Let me start with a statement that may surprise you. Every night, when you drift off to sleep without paying attention to your evening nutrition, your muscles may be silently under attack, slowly disappearing. This is a reality that particularly concerns the health of the elderly. After the age of 60, our bodies can lose a significant percentage of muscle mass, up to 8% for each passing decade. But the really shocking part, the one I want to talk to you about today, is that a huge fraction of this loss doesn't happen when you're awake and active during the day. It happens mostly at night, during the hours of sleep. And if you don't actively intervene, this degenerative process unfortunately doesn't stop. Stay with me until the end, because you will discover how to safeguard your muscles. But before continuing, like the video and share it with those who could benefit from it. Also, write in the comments where you follow us from. The first thing I want to tell you is that I have great news for you. Even a small but strategic change in your bedtime routine can not only stop this insidious nighttime muscle loss, but actually help reverse it, promoting healthy aging. In fact, science is providing us with increasingly solid evidence that consuming certain healthy foods before bed can stimulate muscle repair and regeneration during sleep hours. This can help reduce aches and pains and make you wake up feeling stronger, not weaker. This is crucial to your mobility, your longevity, and last but not least, your happiness. So, if you're in your 60s and have a deep desire to maintain your strength, independence, and vitality, this episode is for you. As part of our commitment to senior health, today's topic is of fundamental importance and concerns millions of people in their third age, but often goes unnoticed or is underestimated. I'm talking about nocturnal muscle loss. You see, your muscles aren't just declining with age. They're literally vanishing while you sleep, especially if you go to bed without providing your body with the proper fuel. It's as if they were responding to the warning. Do this before you go to bed, or your muscles will disappear. But why does this phenomenon occur? During the night, the body enters a prolonged state of fasting. For many hours, it receives no food from the outside. If proteins do not arrive, the body, in order to satisfy its metabolic needs and maintain vital functions, is forced to cannibalize its own muscles to obtain the amino acids it needs. This process is known as catabolism, and unfortunately, it affects an elderly person much more markedly than a younger person. Here's the explanation. After the age of 60, the body becomes less efficient at using the proteins we ingest. This phenomenon is called anabolic resistance. This means that even if you eat adequate nutrition and consume a good amount of protein during the day, your muscles may not receive the amount they need at night. This happens precisely when the recovery and reconstruction process should take place, and your wellness journey must take this specificity into account. But fear not, there is a concrete and effective solution. Some foods consumed strategically 30 to 60 minutes before going to bed can drastically reduce this nocturnal muscle degradation. Some of them even have the ability to stimulate the growth of new muscle tissue while you sleep, supporting your leg and overall strength. Today, I'm going to reveal the 8 most effective foods to include in your evening diet to protect your muscles and promote healthy aging. I'll present them in a ranking, from 8th to 1st, and know that each choice is supported by scientific research. I'll give you a heads up that for food number 1, a recent study showed an increase in nighttime muscle protein synthesis of over 20%, even without the addition of exercise. So, I suggest you take notes. You are about to discover how to empower your body while you sleep, an important step towards your holistic health and mindful living. Let's start with food number 8, an easy to find, inexpensive, and surprisingly effective product in the context of senior health. In 8th place we find ricotta, a traditional food, almost a classic of nutrition, which has quietly established itself as a valuable tool for preserving muscle mass during the night. You might be thinking, ricotta? Really? Yes, and I'll tell you why. Ricotta is particularly rich in a specific type of protein called casein. Unlike whey protein, which is absorbed very quickly and wears off just as quickly, Casein has the characteristic of being digested very slowly. This means that it releases amino acids into the bloodstream steadily and gradually over a period of 6 to 8 hours. This makes it the ideal nighttime fuel for your muscles, supporting your overall well-being. Think of this analogy. If whey protein is a firework, fast and intense, casein is a candle that burns slowly and steadily. It provides exactly what your muscles need during the long hours of sleep fasting. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition examined the effects of casein on adults over 60. One group was given a small portion of casein before bed. The results: a 31% increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to those who ate nothing. This means that those who consumed cottage cheese not only preserved muscle mass, but actually built new muscle while they slept. A huge plus, especially for a senior who may be weight training or simply trying to maintain leg strength, mobility, and balance. Key elements of active longevity. How much should you eat? Start with about half a cup, about 120 grams, 30 to 60 minutes before bed. For flavor, you can add a few slices of banana, which also provides potassium, useful for muscle relaxation, a sprinkle of cinnamon or a drizzle of honey, but in moderation. Cottage cheese is also a natural source of tryptophan, an amino acid that promotes sleep. So not only does it support your muscles, but it also helps your mind relax. It is easy to digest, and many seniors who have trouble sleeping or wake up feeling stiff have found it beneficial. Let's move on to food number 7, another classic you may already have in your kitchen, but with hidden muscle-saving potential. In 7th place, hard-boiled eggs, one of the most compact, nutritious, and muscle-protective foods to consume before bed. Despite their size, each egg contains approximately 6 grams of high-quality complete protein, with all the essential amino acids in the right proportions. For people over 60, eggs are valuable for their content of leucine, a powerful amino acid that acts as a switch for muscle growth, helping to counteract anabolic resistance. They provide effective, easily assimilated, and powerful proteins even in small quantities. A 2021 study in Nutrients showed that adults over 60 who consumed whole eggs before bed for 12 weeks had a 19% higher rate of muscle mass preservation than the control group. They also showed higher levels of a growth hormone that promotes tissue repair. The more of this hormone there is, the better the muscle recovery with less soreness. The preparation is very simple. 1 or 2 hard-boiled eggs 30 minutes before going to bed are enough. They are light, low in sugar, and do not cause glycemic spikes. For a boost, add turmeric, anti-inflammatory, and black pepper for the absorption of curcumin. A slice of avocado can add healthy fats. Hard-boiled eggs are ideal for those who have little appetite in the evening. They are easy to digest, rich in muscle-saving proteins, and improve hormone levels, helping you feel stronger and support your mobility. We come to food number 6. Not your typical evening snack, but one of the most effective for protecting the muscles of an elderly person. And it comes from the sea: tuna preserved in olive oil. I know tuna might not seem like the obvious choice, but for muscle protection after age 60, this combination of protein and healthy fats is a true force of nature. Tuna is lean and full of complete proteins, packed with leucine. The real magic happens with olive oil. Its healthy monounsaturated fats slow digestion, keeping amino acids in the bloodstream longer, nourishing your muscles all night long. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tested this combination. Participants who consumed a protein-rich, omega-3 rich food, like tuna, before bed had a 34% increase in nighttime muscle protein synthesis. They also reported less morning pain, better vitamin D absorption, and improved inflammatory markers. They slept better, recovered faster, and retained more muscle. How to use it? Prefer tuna in olive oil. Half a can with cucumber or whole grain crackers. Add lemon or salt. Avoid mayonnaise. Tuna is one of the richest natural sources of leucine, crucial to combat sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, and essential for your holistic health. If you want to maintain strength, mobility, and independence, this is a strategy, not just a snack. It provides efficient protein. The oil promotes absorption, nourishing the muscles all night long. Next up is a creamy, flavorful food that is not only delicious, but also supports muscle recovery and gut health, key aspects of holistic wellness. We're talking about Greek yogurt, a velvety evening snack that offers much more than flavor. It is one of the most complete and effective foods to consume before bed if your goal is to maintain muscle after the age of 60. Its power comes from a blend of high-casein proteins, slowly digested, probiotics, for intestinal health and nutrient absorption, and calcium, for muscle contraction and bones. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is filtered several times, resulting in a higher protein content, less sugar, and a thicker consistency. A study in Frontiers in Nutrition gave a group of older adults Greek yogurt before bed. After 6 weeks, a 26% increase in nighttime muscle protein synthesis, improved mitochondrial activity, and more energy the next day. It helps them recover and wake up stronger, a real panacea for the health of older adults. How to take it? Half a cup of plain unsweetened Greek yogurt, about 30 minutes before bed. Avoid the flavored versions full of sugar. Focus only on the whole white one. Add cinnamon, berries, or vanilla. A teaspoon of chia seeds for fiber and omega-3. Calcium regulates muscle contractions and nerve signals, which means less cramps. Probiotics support muscle metabolism, nutrient absorption, and reduce inflammation, supporting strength and recovery. Greek yogurt is good for your entire body, not just your muscles, and fits perfectly into a healthy lifestyle. Next up is a soothing golden drink that promotes sleep, fights inflammation, and improves joint health while you sleep. Warm milk with turmeric. Food number 4. This simple blend has an incredible effect on people over 60. It protects muscles, relieves inflammation, and improves the quality of restful sleep. Milk is a source of casein, calcium, tryptophan, for relaxation and sleep, and vitamin D, muscle function, and immune system. It provides the body with fuel to repair muscles. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful natural anti-inflammatory, which is crucial because inflammation is a cause of muscle deterioration and joint pain in older adults. By combining curcumin and milk protein, the body receives nutrients to recover, rebuild, and rest. A 2022 study in nutritional neuroscience found that older adults who drank a protein drink before bed had 32% more nighttime muscle protein synthesis. With the addition of curcumin, they reported less morning stiffness, less joint pain, and less muscle inflammation. A nighttime ritual backed by science. How to prepare it? Heat a cup of milk, preferably organic. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of black pepper for absorption. A drizzle of honey if you want. Stir and sip 30 minutes before bed. If lactose intolerant, use enriched plant milk, almond, oat, soy. Milk provides amino acids. Turmeric reduces inflammation and pain. Heat calms the nervous system. Muscles grow during rest, and this drink helps with just that, contributing to your overall well-being. Now, for food number 3. A creamy, nutty food that is rich in healthy fats, magnesium, and helps preserve muscle mass. Almond butter. A creamy, slow-digesting powerhouse perfect for nighttime muscle protection. Contains a unique blend of nutrients, healthy fats, slow digestion, steady energy, plant-based proteins, magnesium, relaxes muscles, improves sleep, vitamin E, antioxidant, tissue repair. Ideal for nighttime recovery. Unlike sugary snacks, it provides stable fuel for hours. A 2020 study in nutrients followed older adults who added almond fat in the evening. 17% more nitrogen retention, muscle preservation, and lower cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle levels. It protected the muscles from stress and promoted deep rest. How to use it? A spoonful of almond butter 30 minutes before bed without spreading it on bread or crackers. Use 100% natural almond butter with no added sugar or oils. The high magnesium content prevents cramps and restlessness, improving the quality of sleep. Healthy fats stabilize blood sugar, reducing wake-ups. Great for those with little appetite in the evening. A silent but powerful ally against nighttime muscle loss, supporting your positive mindset towards healthy aging. Let's move on to the second food. A sour drink that is surprisingly effective at relieving pain, improving sleep, and speeding up muscle recovery. We're talking about black cherry juice. Food number 2. A powerful natural drink that helps your muscles recover, your joints feel better, and your body rebuild. A scientifically proven nighttime tool for seniors struggling with muscle pain, poor sleep, or inflammation. Tart cherries contain anthocyanins, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatories, and melatonin, sleep hormone. Less inflammation equals less muscle breakdown. More melatonin equals better sleep. Better sleep equals better recovery. A 2019 study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition of adults over 50 who drank tart cherry juice before bed found 33% less muscle soreness in the morning, 15% better sleep quality, higher levels of melatonin and antioxidants. The juice reduced oxidative stress, a factor in muscle loss in older adults. How to use it? Drink about 150 milliliters of 100% unsweetened tart cherry juice about 30 minutes before bed. Look for black cherry or tart cherry on the label. If too tart, dilute it. This juice also supports joint health, relieving pressure on knees, hips, shoulders. Better sleep means more growth hormone, crucial for rebuilding. It is gentle, non-addictive, and protects muscle mass. A silent giant for your holistic health and longevity. And here we are at the number 1 food, the most powerful to protect, rebuild, and strengthen your muscles after the age of 60. The whey protein shake. You might think it's just for bodybuilders, but that's not the case anymore. For people over 60, a whey shake before bed may be the most effective tool against muscle loss, even without lifting weights. Why? Whey is rich in all 9 essential amino acids with a very high concentration of leucine, the muscle protein synthesis switch. After age 60, the body becomes resistant to low levels of leucine, anabolic resistance. You need the right amount of high-quality protein at the right time. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition of adults over 65 who took 40 grams of whey before bed showed 22% more nighttime muscle protein synthesis, fewer markers of muscle breakdown, improved strength, walking speed, and balance without additional exercise. Imagine with an active lifestyle. How to? 1 scoop of high-quality whey protein isolate with water or unsweetened almond milk about 30 minutes before bed. You can blend it with half a banana or almond butter. Whey not only stops the loss, but builds new muscle, promoting the release of growth hormone. It is easy, digestible, effective. It is our number 1 because it is complete, high-impact protein, rich in leucine, convenient for an elderly person, scientifically proven. Now you know that nighttime muscle loss is real, but you can fight it. With the right foods at the right time, you can protect yourself, regenerate yourself, and get stronger every night. This is essential for your wellness journey, for your leg strength, mobility, and for a longevity lived with happiness and well-being. But now let's review the 8 foods. Whey shake, black cherry juice, almond butter, warm milk with turmeric, Greek yogurt, tuna in olive oil, hard-boiled eggs, cottage cheese. These are scientific tools to help you pursue healthy and dynamic aging. Some are also foods that strengthen the immune system. Your challenge tonight, a step towards mindful living and better holistic well-being. Choose one of these foods. Try it before bed. Notice how you feel, how your sleep improves, how your mindset changes knowing you are doing something active for your health. And remember, do this before bed, or your muscles, while il is not just a headline, but a serious invitation to take care of your nighttime
It is a
nutrition.
truly wonderful sight to watch people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, or even 90s maintaining their strength, moving confidently through the world, climbing stairs without hesitation, and embracing life, living it fully according to their own rules and preferences. Maintaining leg strength and mobility as we age is not only a laudable achievement, it is also a crucial indicator of our independence and overall quality of life. However, the harsh reality is that this outcome is almost never a matter of luck or favorable genetics. Individuals who maintain their strength and vitality into old age typically do so through a clear sense of purpose and consistent discipline. They maintain a healthy, active lifestyle, engage in regular physical activity, and most importantly, prioritize getting the essential nutrients their bodies desperately need to function at their best. But here is the fundamental problem. In today's landscape, the quality of our food chain has become significantly poorer than it was a few decades ago. Due to depleted soil and modern intensive farming methods, many vital nutrients are no longer available in food in the quantities our bodies need to thrive. But before we continue, please like the video, share it with those who can benefit from it, and let us know in the comments where you follow our channel from. Your interaction helps us reach more people with this vital information. More and more people, especially the elderly, are wisely choosing to take supplements to fill these gaps and take care of their health. Although the use of supplements in itself does not pose any intrinsic problems, the real and worrying issue arises when these same products, designed to help, begin to cause harm. These supplements can subtly compromise the strength, balance, and mobility of your legs, often without you even realizing it. In this video, we'll reveal 5 popular vitamins and supplements that, if used improperly, can literally sabotage your leg strength. And don't worry, I'll walk you through it step by step, because as you'll see, the last item on this list may represent the most significant and unexpected risk of all. Let's start with a nutrient that everyone is familiar with, the so-called sunshine vitamin, vitamin D. This vitamin plays an absolutely essential role in supporting healthy bones and muscles and ensuring overall mobility, especially as we inexorably age. This precious nutrient, in fact, facilitates calcium absorption, improves immune function, and is crucial for optimal muscle performance. The question arises spontaneously: how is it possible that something so fundamental to our health can, in certain circumstances, reduce the strength of your legs? The answer lies in a crucial detail that most people ignore. Vitamin D only works optimally when it is in perfect synergy with 2 other essential nutrients, vitamin K2 and magnesium. Without these 2 cofactors, the body may have enormous difficulty regulating and effectively directing calcium. This leads to inappropriate and dangerous accumulation of calcium in areas where it shouldn't be, such as arteries, joints, and muscle tissue. And this is where the most serious complications arise. Scientific research indicates that too much vitamin D, in the absence of adequate K2 and magnesium intake, can cause muscle cramps, general weakness, and joint stiffness. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that vitamin D and K2 imbalances can dramatically increase the risk of arterial calcification. This process hardens blood vessels, which negatively impacts blood flow and muscle function in the lower extremities. It is important to note that prolonged intake of high doses of vitamin D, greater than 4,000 international units per day, without proper balancing, can cause real toxicity. This condition alters the body's mineral balance and causes symptoms such as chronic weakness and fatigue. So what is the most effective and safe way to supplement vitamin D? For optimal health, it is advisable to maintain a balanced ratio of vitamin D3 to K2. The ideal ratio is 1,000 international units of D3 for every 10 micrograms of K2. If you take a supplement with 5,000 units of D3, you should combine it with 50 micrograms of K2. Also, never forget about magnesium, which plays a key role in activating vitamin D in the body and preventing calcium overload. And speaking of calcium, that brings us right to the second point on our list. Although it is not a vitamin, it is essential to consider its role, especially since calcium supplements are often promoted to seniors as an essential bone-building element. Older adults are often advised to supplement their routine with calcium tablets to improve bone strength and reduce the risk of fractures. What may surprise you, however, is the harsh reality of the situation. These supplements can compromise leg strength and paradoxically increase the risk of falls. In fact, calcium does not migrate spontaneously to the bones as if by magic. It requires the indispensable presence of vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium to be directed to the appropriate sites. In the absence of these conductors, calcium can begin to accumulate in soft tissues such as arteries and muscles. This buildup can cause stiffness, reduced circulation, painful cramps, and potentially chronic leg pain, progressively weakening the legs. A 2010 study published in the British Medical Journal found that calcium supplementation alone was associated with a significantly increased risk of heart attack. The key takeaway is this: it is essential to get calcium primarily through natural food sources, rather than supplements. The reason is simple. Calcium absorption from food is gradual and physiological, and is naturally accompanied by other essential nutrients that enhance its effectiveness. Let's move on to a vitamin that many associate almost exclusively with vision and skin health, but which hides an unexpected danger to our strength: vitamin A. Excessive consumption can represent a hidden and insidious risk, and unfortunately, a significant number of older people inadvertently receive much more than they need. How is this possible? It's simpler than you might think. Many seniors use several supplements at once: a multivitamin, a bone formula, and perhaps an immune booster. It's important to note that many of these products contain overlapping doses of vitamin A. The real concern about vitamin A is that it is fat-soluble. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like C, which the body easily excretes in excess, vitamin A is retained and stored in the body, accumulating in the liver and fatty tissue to potentially toxic levels. What does this mean for your legs? Research suggests that too much vitamin A can lead to poor muscle and bone health, chronic fatigue, joint problems, and an increased risk of fractures. This translates into decreased leg strength and an increased risk of falling. Similar to vitamin A, another powerful antioxidant, if misused, can build up and cause serious problems. We are talking about vitamin E. Misuse or excessive intake of this vitamin can lead to a gradual and inexplicable decline in leg strength and overall vitality. The most significant warning sign to watch out for is the synthetic form of this vitamin, commonly known on labels as DL-alpha tocopherol. This man-made variant is often found in cheaper supplements, but the body metabolizes it differently than the natural form and can cause muscle weakness. Even natural forms of vitamin E, if taken in excess, can pose risks. As a fat-soluble vitamin, it builds up in the body over time and can impair the function of vitamin K, leading to excessive thinning of the blood and adversely affecting muscle and nerve health. We've come to the last point, and as promised, this may be the biggest and most insidious risk of all, precisely because it comes from a vitamin that everyone considers harmless: vitamin B6. The problem is not the vitamin itself, but the insane amounts that people take, especially through supplements. For adults over the age of 50, the recommended daily allowance of vitamin B6 is about 1.7 milligrams per day. However, there are supplements on the market that contain 50, 100, or even 500 milligrams per single capsule, thousands of times the actual need. Vitamin B6 is water-soluble, which leads many to believe that it can be taken in large quantities without problems. However, at such high levels, it can accumulate and cause serious nerve toxicity, sometimes with irreversible damage. What kind of damage are we talking about? The experience often begins with tingling, numbness, an uncomfortable burning sensation, and a pins and needles sensation in the feet and legs. If the problem is not addressed, it can progress to muscle weakness and difficulty walking. Once you have identified the vitamins that may be reducing your leg strength, it is equally important to provide you with effective and natural strategies to maintain and even improve it. After all, it is not just a question of what to avoid, but more importantly, the positive actions you take. First, maintain your momentum. The saying, "use it or lose it," is undeniably true when it comes to muscle. Engaging in light daily activities such as walking or climbing stairs is essential to maintaining muscle tone. Next, critically evaluate your diet. Diets high in sugar and refined grains lead to increased insulin levels, which can lead to chronic inflammation and muscle breakdown over time. Minimize your intake of bread, pasta, sweets, and ultra-processed foods. Don't forget about sunlight, an essential but often overlooked element, and the crucial importance of magnesium, a mineral essential for muscle and nerve function. Finally, make sure you stay properly hydrated and make sleep a top priority. These fundamental principles are often overlooked, yet they are the true cornerstone of maintaining strength and mobility as you age. Your legs are essential to your freedom and well-being. It is essential to take care of them with the utmost attention and awareness. Turmeric, that intense yellow spice that populates our pantries, has become the protagonist among the most appreciated natural remedies by the elderly population. You may have gotten into the habit of adding it to your morning smoothie, your cup of tea, or even your porridge. This habit has a solid scientific basis. Research suggests that turmeric is effective in reducing inflammation, soothing joint pain, supporting heart health, and potentially protecting memory as we age. However, there is a little-known detail that many tend to overlook. If you are over 60 and are integrating turmeric into your diet, there are 3 specific foods that you should avoid combining. These foods are not rare or exotic at all. On the contrary, they are common products found in almost every kitchen. It is essential to find out which everyday foods, when combined with turmeric, could cause harmful and unexpected effects. In fact, the wrong combination can cancel out its healing properties, reduce its effectiveness, or even turn it into a cause of digestive problems and inflammation. The supplement you use for your well-being could, inadvertently, backfire on you. In this video, I will show you the 3 foods that you should not combine with turmeric, explaining the scientific reasons behind these risks. Then, I will reveal 3 food combinations that instead enhance its benefits, significantly increasing its effectiveness for the body. But before continuing, like the video, share it with those who could benefit from it, and write in the comments from which city you follow our channel. Grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's begin this informative journey. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of how to use turmeric optimally, ensuring your body gets all the benefits it deserves. What has caused this growing popularity of turmeric among the elderly? As the years go by, more and more people are paying more attention to their physical well-being. Our joints tend to stiffen, and our digestive health is no longer as efficient as it once was. It is common to notice an increase in inflammation and a slower recovery after physical exertion. Sometimes, even our memory may seem less sharp than it used to be. Aging brings with it natural changes that can profoundly affect our daily perception of well-being. That's why more and more seniors in America and beyond are turning to natural remedies. Time-tested, earth-based solutions that have promoted wellness without the use of harsh chemicals for generations. Turmeric stands out as one of the most studied and appreciated natural remedies in the current health and wellness landscape. You've probably heard about turmeric recently, perhaps from a neighbor, your doctor, or a relative. Maybe you've noticed it on the supermarket shelves, encapsulated in the drugstore, or mixed into health drinks and golden milks. Turmeric is often called a miracle spice, and for good reason. It contains an extraordinarily powerful active compound called curcumin. Curcumin is what gives turmeric its vibrant yellow hue, and it is known for its strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. This active ingredient is studied to relieve joint inflammation, promote heart health, improve digestion, and protect the brain from the effects of aging. Turmeric is used in ways that are as fascinating as they are varied. Many dissolve it in warm water with a little honey every morning. Others integrate it into smoothies, mix it into soups, or consume it in supplement form. It is simple, natural, and easy to incorporate into your daily routine. However, there is one crucial aspect that many ignore. To be effective, turmeric must be properly absorbed by the body. Unfortunately, curcumin, its active component, is not easily absorbed by the body on its own. Research shows that under less than optimal conditions, the body can only absorb a tiny fraction of the curcumin you ingest. Even if you include it regularly in your diet, you may not be getting all the benefits it has to offer. It is important to know that some foods, if consumed together with turmeric, can interfere with the body's ability to absorb curcumin. Certain foods can also cause unwanted side effects, especially in older adults, who often have increased digestive sensitivity or other health conditions to consider. Before taking another supplement or adding gold powder to your tea, it is essential to understand what not to pair it with. Below, I will walk you through the 3 most common foods found in almost every kitchen that you should avoid pairing with turmeric. These combinations could prove to be more harmful than beneficial, and knowing them could have a significant impact on your overall health and well-being. The first group is processed dairy products. What is stopping them from harnessing the power of turmeric? Let's start with a staple that is found in almost every home: dairy products. Specifically, we are talking about processed ones, such as industrial cheese slices, powdered spreads, sweetened and flavored yogurts, and packaged grated cheese. These products are convenient and tasty, ideal for breakfast or a snack. A slice of cheese pairs perfectly with eggs, a little cream makes a coffee creamy, and a fruit yogurt is a refreshing snack. However, when it comes to turmeric, these foods can do more harm than good. Processed dairy products often contain a variety of additives, preservatives, artificial flavors, stabilizers, and in many cases added sugars. These ingredients can make digestion more difficult, especially for older adults who may already have sensitive stomachs, acid reflux, or a slow metabolism. When the body has a hard time digesting food, it also has a hard time absorbing the nutrients that come with it, like curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric. But that's not all. Research suggests that specific proteins in dairy can bind to curcumin, preventing your body from fully absorbing it. Even if you incorporate turmeric into your routine, its benefits may be negated by the foods you pair it with. Consider this. Adding turmeric to scrambled eggs with melted cheese may seem nutritious, but the cheese may prevent you from absorbing its anti-inflammatory benefits. The same goes for a turmeric latte made with powdered cream or sweetened cow's milk. If you like creamier textures, there are great alternatives. You can try unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk. These plant-based options are gentler on the digestive system, reduce inflammation, and allow the turmeric to work effectively. The key to remember is simple. When using turmeric for your health, it is best to avoid processed dairy products. Your joints, digestion, and overall health will thank you. The second group consists of foods that are high in vinegar. Avoid pairing turmeric with foods that are high in acid, such as bottled salad dressing, pickles, ketchup, and mustard. These products are a staple in our homes. A sandwich with crunchy pickles, a salad dressed with vinaigrette, or a serving of sweet and sour cabbage seem harmless. However, curcumin is a delicate compound that requires a stable environment to be absorbed optimally. Combining it with highly acidic foods, such as vinegar, can make it unstable. This means that the curcumin may break down before the body has a chance to utilize it. For those with sensitive stomachs or acid reflux, pairing turmeric with acidic foods can cause digestive upset, such as discomfort, bloating, or heartburn. Many people add turmeric to salad dressings thinking it's a healthy choice, and in theory it is. However, if the dressing contains vinegar or citrus juice, you could be doing more harm than good. Although the effects are not immediate, over time the benefits of turmeric can diminish. The alternative is simple. Prepare an emulsion with extra virgin olive oil, fresh lemon juice, and a sprinkling of black pepper. This combination is not only tasty, but also promotes the absorption of turmeric. The third opponent of curcumin is sugary cereals and baked goods. We're talking about that warm, nostalgic feeling evoked by a bowl of frosted cereal or a blueberry muffin. These pleasures are part of many people's daily rituals. Turmeric has even found its way into these preparations, such as healthy muffins or pancakes. However, if these foods are loaded with refined sugars, you are completely negating the benefits of turmeric. Sugar triggers severe inflammation in the body, increases blood sugar levels, and contributes to chronic conditions. Turmeric, on the other hand, has anti-inflammatory properties and works to reduce these very conditions. Combining turmeric with sugary foods creates an internal conflict. Turmeric tries to calm inflammation while sugar fuels it. The result is that the effectiveness of turmeric is negated. Sugary foods can also alter insulin levels and hinder the absorption of nutrients, including curcumin. This doesn't mean giving up your favorite foods, but making more conscious choices. Try incorporating turmeric into unsweetened oatmeal, spread on whole grain toast with almond butter, or in a smoothie with low glycemic fruit. If you want a touch of sweetness, a drizzle of raw honey or maple syrup will do the trick. Now that we've covered what to avoid, let's focus on how to boost turmeric. The effectiveness of this spice can be greatly increased when paired with the right foods. You don't need expensive supplements, just a few simple ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen. These three foods improve the body's ability to absorb curcumin. The first and most essential ally of turmeric is black pepper. This contains a natural compound called piperine. Research indicates that piperine can increase the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. Yes, you read that right. Without piperine, the body absorbs only a fraction of the curcumin ingested. Just a pinch of black pepper can make a huge difference. This is especially true for older adults, whose bodies absorb nutrients less efficiently. When you mix turmeric and black pepper, You not only improve digestion, but you also direct the turmeric where it's needed most: your joints, brain, and immune system. Just sprinkle some freshly ground black pepper into your turmeric tea, eggs, or soups. The flavor is minimal, but the nutritional benefit is immense. If you use supplements, be sure to check the label for piperine or bioperine, otherwise you may not get the most out of your investment. The second powerful ally of turmeric is healthy fats. Curcumin is fat-soluble, which means it dissolves in fat, not water. Taking turmeric without a source of fat can cause your body to excrete it without absorbing its beneficial components. It is essential to pair it with the right fats to improve its absorption into the bloodstream. We're talking about healthy fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocado, nut butters, chia seeds, and fatty fish like salmon. These fats support heart and brain health. Try adding a tablespoon of oil to a turmeric soup or a few slices of avocado to your smoothie. The goal is to include the right types of fats. The third ingredient that amplifies the power of turmeric is raw honey. Not only does it sweeten, but it also offers unique healing benefits due to its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. When paired with turmeric, it enhances its flavor and boosts the anti-inflammatory response, relieving sore throats and strengthening the immune system. It is crucial that it is raw honey, not the pasteurized and filtered kind that loses its nutrients. Raw honey has a cloudy appearance and a grainy texture. Mix half a teaspoon of turmeric with a teaspoon of raw honey in warm water for a healthy drink. This combination, called the golden spoon, is great for those with allergies or sinus problems. As we wrap up, I want to thank you for taking the time to focus on your health. You took the opportunity to learn and reflect. We took a deep dive into turmeric, discovering 3 foods that hinder its benefits and 3 natural ingredients, black pepper, healthy fats, and raw honey, that can unlock its full potential. Health isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about taking small, intentional steps every day. You don't have to change everything at once. Maybe tomorrow you'll add a pinch of black pepper to your turmeric tea. Next week you might swap out the heavy cream for almond milk. Every small decision adds to the bigger picture. Over time, these actions become habits, and habits shape how we feel, both physically and emotionally. Taking care of our bodies gives us a sense of control and power. No matter your age, you deserve to feel strong and have respect for yourself. Aging is an opportunity for growth and refinement. Take this opportunity to use your wisdom to make choices that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. If you found this content helpful, I encourage you to share it with a friend, family member, or anyone who might benefit. A single message can transform a person's day. Until we meet again, prioritize your well-being. Your value is undeniable,